Hello and welcome to podcast number 4 of the Bread Boys sessions. And as you can see, our members are slowly dwindling down to just me and Cheese Deadly. No,
It's actually risen from
correct. Yeah, it's actually risen. There was a whopping 2 members.
We've got one
Was
more
it?
member.
Everyone
increased.
we know
It's only me
has
and
either
Cheese.
died or passed away at this point.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We found Matt in rubble.
Yeah.
We rescued him from like a
Yeah.
pile of rubble, so he's here in this.
Yeah, Matt
Rescued for the friend
decided to
zone.
join
Yeah. Right, we're going to introduce ourselves. So first, alphabetical order. C for cunt.
I am Cheese and I got anarchy. Yay!
D for dinosaur dick. Me, Deadly. Hey guys. Next, T for tuberculosis.
Hello.
Why
That's
did you
Matt.
clear your throat for that? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Because tuberculosis creates a cough, doesn't it? I
That's a cough.
have
Speak.
cough. I lose my lungs, don't I?
So,
I don't want to hear it.
what topic have we got first, Matt? You tell us. Tell us, Matt.
We'll talk about the seasonals, the seasons that Destiny introduced, and what we think about just the seasonal layouts, kind of battle pass style things that Destiny has brought
Okay.
over the recent
Yeah,
few months.
because it has
Yeah.
reached the end of the season and it has been so exciting, right, guys? I
No, it's
I
cringe.
literally every week of Destiny, I was so excited and had a heart attack.
I haven't. I just want to stop playing Destiny.
That is not the
I've kind of stopped playing
attitude.
Destiny, to be honest. Like, it's getting a bit
Well, I don't
dry.
think anyone.
That is the
to be fair,
attitude.
I don't think people have been playing too much Destiny recently because of how bad
Cringe.
everything ended up.
But okay, to be fair, right? Okay, my hands are up. My hands are up in the air, and I'm gonna say we got to give it to Bungie. The final assault was wicked.
Yeah, so if you don't know, or you're living under a rock, the final assault came out, which is this big ending to the event. Basically, Ikora's been building this portal that we've been seeing, and we were like, wow, this is going to end in some really cool
She's clearly
mission.
no master
Oh,
builder.
shit.
Fucking hell, she took like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
and basically
Everyone was
what
like,
it,
"Oh shit, what's gonna happen?"
it's,
How many parts do we?
and it resulted in the same seasonal activity, but with a different boss, with the same mechanics,
Yeah.
with the same loot, with no difference whatsoever, really, apart from just a different model.
So-
And wait, a bit of bonus trivia before I finish.
Give us
If
a
you get
bonus
killed by his wee harpies he sends out, there's basically his wee explosive boys he sends out. They actually tell you, it says you got killed by one of the bosses that they used for one of their other activities. So it's actually a reskin as well. They couldn't even bother to change the name of the
That's actually
the
wicked.
Hydra,
I can
the
imagine.
reskins.
I don't know, whenever they're trying to code anything in Destiny, they're just slamming their heads against the keyboard, and just
Literally.
seeing what code comes out, and goes, "Oh yeah, shit, this works."
I legitimately don't understand who was put in charge of a big ending to the season because Bungie must have put a plan.
I mean, why did they hype it up so much?
Yeah.
What was with all the
Well,
hype?
why'd they make it up like it was going to be this big ending to the
We're
season
building a
with
portal. So you can
Yeah.
do
It's
a
the
strike.
climax of the season. It's like,
and nothing. And here's the big problem with that. That is meant to be the whole selling point on these new seasonal things they're doing. Because if you don't know, before we had the annual pass, which was they were going to add content on in smaller chunks, but that content stayed. So we had
that was the idea.
Forges,
Oh,
Gambit
wicked.
Prime, and we had Menagerie. And now content is going to be leaving Destiny after a season ends.
Oh no! Surprise!
And copyrighted music, and they're at Nando's. So, in case you were wondering what that was,
Jack
in case you're wondering what that was, Jack made a cameo from Nando's. He's currently at Nando's with a bunch of his friends. So, yeah, he's having fun. I'm after banning from the channel.
Oh God, rip Jack! But as I said, the seasons overall have they're now going to remove the content once the season ends. So Vex Offensive is going to go, which wasn't that impressive to start with.
Oh my god!
I think we can all agree Vex Offensive sucks, right? Matt?
Yeah, it was alright at the start. I kind of enjoyed it a little bit, but then it kind of just
It was like
fell off 'cause
Menagerie
it was
Light,
very
pretty
raw.
much.
Abandoned.
It was just-
20.
it was just-
Sorry, a 24-hour banned him.
Jack knows Bread Boy.
Jack is literally removed.
He's out here.
Rip Jack. The end of King Creeper.
I just thought the loot was a bit like, there was no like thing that was
There's just so little loot to get as well. Like it gives so much loot, but the loot pool's so small. It's just
like,
not
the
interesting.
Menagerie. I thought it was quite cool because you can customize.
Yeah,
your loot
you can get old loot as well.
Some of the
snipers,
snipers,
really
like
cool
the beloved sniper, a very good sniper rifle, an actual loot that I wanted to grind for. Because I did about 30 runs to get my beloved roll, but I'm not exactly want to do 30 runs of a Vex offensive, am I? That's dead shit.
Yeah. So in total from Vex offensive, there's 4 weapons. Okay, there's a scout, a pulse, an SMG, and I can't even remember. It's so memorable. What even is it? I have no clue. It's that memorable. The weapons. The thing is, basically, the point I'm trying to make is they're reskinned as well, just to make it even worse than it already was.
It's just I hate Bungie with their reskins recently. It's really annoying.
Well, this has been season of the reskin.
Yeah, literally.
This has been the big season for reskins. The thing is, oh, sorry, Matt, you said what you were going to say.
Well, overall, the season hasn't been actually that bad of a season. Like, there's actually been some really, really good parts to it. Like, some of the exotic quests have been actually really, really good.
No, but here's the thing about that. All of that stuff is with Shadowkeep. We are looking at, here is what is in Season of the Undying. You got Vex Offensive, Leviathan's Breath, the Season Pass.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. That is the season.
Shadowkeep has really just saved it, to be honest. Season, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it has. No, it is so bad. Seasons are incredibly scary, how little content there is. Like next season is terrifying and how bad it's going to be.
I'm a little ashamed, sad with the raids because I thought it'd be a bit long, but I think the trouble is we've done it so many times now that we kind of just get bored of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the.
I think some of the encounters in the I think some of the encounters in the raid are a bit weak, but not part of the season. So
that's Shadowkeep again. That's the thing. The season has brought so little.
I know.
We're literally discussing Shadowkeep.
What has actually the season has brought?
Right.
Vex Offensive,
Leviathan's Breath, Ariana's Void, and the Season Pass, as well as and the Final Assault, which is
Final Assault.
It's an insult calling that content.
Yeah.
I mean, it was right in the first few weeks, when Ariana's Vow just fell off.
Yeah, but that was Shadowkeep. It was fine in the first few weeks because Shadowkeep existed. Once it was onto the seasonal content, you're like, yikes! There's nothing. Because Dungeon isn't part of the season either. But was the only thing I can say I liked about the season, and this is pretty bad, the only thing I can say I liked was the season pass, but it's still got flaws, a lot of flaws. I've got a lot of problems with it as well. Because some of it's quite ridiculously stupid. Looking at you, bright engrams and Megalon. Oh gosh. So annoying.
Does the artifact count as part of the season of Undying?
Yeah.
That does.
That is actually count. Yes.
That is actually quite a good part of it.
But here's the thing: that's free. So, can we count that? Because that's free. That's free content. Artifact just comes for free. You don't even have to pay for season.
And you get Ariana's Vow for free as well. So
eventually the free track. It takes longer than getting it straight away.
But
which is something we should know. You get exotic straight away if you buy the premium, which is the season.
The premium's just not worth it, though, to be honest.
It's just not, really.
Yeah. I mean,
the ornaments are cool. It's cool that the season pass is the only good thing, but that's not enough. That is not worth the asking price. You're asking 10 quid just for a season pass?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The content, because we are not counting the content. The content is abysmal. Vex Offensive is a menagerie, but worse. With worse loot, worse gameplay, and a really boring ending.
And it's really repetitive as well. Both every single time. At least Menagerie, you went to different rooms and did different things.
Here's the thing,
with this, you do the same thing.
They literally revolutionized something they did in Shadowkeep. So they had this new Altars of Sorrow event, and the boss changes daily. But for the Final Assault, for some reason, they make a big deal out of just changing the boss, and that's it. Nothing else came. It was just a change of boss.
It's just lacking really. It's because with Destiny you're not content, because Destiny's kind of a weekly game. So you do stuff weekly. and I want stuff that I want to do.
What is there
week.
to do weekly next season? Because everyone may be arguing now, hey, there's plenty to do in Shadowkeep, but what's going to happen when Shadowkeep's gone and we're given a season like this?
I think the problem is when you get to is it 950 the maximum without pinnacle
950
gear?
Is this without pinnacle gear it's 950.
When you get to that like threshold, there's no reason to keep getting light after that. There's no reason to keep doing milestones.
Pinnacle gear is just something extra to do, but when we're talking like normal milestones, all those normal milestones are now irrelevant.
I know, they're literally irrelevant.
They're
you don't have to do them at all.
Yeah.
So it means there's nothing to do each week. There's literally nothing to do.
There's literally only your pinnacle gear to do, which is like 4 things. It will take you like 50 minutes most. And then the raid, which will depend, okay, about the other stuff. Like, are we allowed to include like their updates they brought to the game? Because I was going to say the Nightfalls are good, but once again, that's a part of Shadowkeep, so that's out again. Like, there's very little to compliment apart from the season pass, which I think was decent.
Everyone's going to think the Season of Undying was amazing just because they think they relate.
Yeah, because they think Shadowkeep was amazing. Shadowkeep was not that great anyway. Well, I don't think it was, but that's your opinion. We're not discussing that.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't think Shadowkeep's that good. Go on to that.
No.
It's not good just in Shadowkeep now.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with the season.
Because at least Shadowkeep brought content, which is more than could be said for Season of the Undying. Yikes.
I do hope they pick it up next season, though. I think they need to pick up a lot.
Because their selling point is, you were there when this happened, and now it's gone. And I can say now, okay? So this is my advantage over getting stuff that's going to stay like the Forges. And God, I hate the Forges, don't get me wrong. But at least that was content that stayed in the game, and I could play it, and there was actual stuff to do. And like, I actually got some loot, exotics.
Will you ever do the final assault again?
No, I'm never going to play it.
Of course not.
Until the season. Yeah, no one is going to touch it.
No, no one is.
Who is going to say, I was there for the worst event in Destiny? Who wants to say that? That is Bungie's selling point, and they failed it.
Yeah.
I was there for the worst event ever. That is their selling point. It is just not a good idea. If it's going to be like this next season, it's over.
That's what
this
I think it is.
Not interesting.
I think it is going to be is the problem. I think it's just going to be this next
There's
season.
no way Bungie can fix this in time.
No.
Even if Bungie listened to us, there's no way. This is what they planned out, and we're going to have to put up with this for a whole year. This is going to suck.
I mean, at least their DLCs have stuff in it, like Shadowkeep, you know, it has content in it.
As much as I don't think Shadowkeep like improved, well, it's improved some stuff, and the stuff it did improve, it improved greatly, but it missed out on big stuff to improve on.
Yeah.
At least it brought more Destiny, which these seasons aren't doing. They're not bringing more Destiny content because the content is so bad you can't even call it that. Vex Offensive is just the only thing you could like about Vex Offensive is just the setting, and that's it. Like, just the Black Garden's cool. That's it. That's it. Everything else about it is boring. They couldn't even get oracles right. I hate that so much. As somebody who played Vault of God, I hate that so much. I know. Do you guys know what I'm on about? You know, they just made prisms as their oracles rather than actually making oracles.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. I hate that. They didn't make actual oracles. They just made a big prism and went, hey, that's an oracle. No, it's not.
It's not like they have a problem with reusing anything, do they? So
yeah, it's a never reuse asset because they didn't want to make something new.
It's just quite like the build up, the idea of building the portal and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's cool, but the execution sucks.
Yeah,
I just think
was our payoff.
I think that the build up was never going to be as cool as what was actually.
Yeah, but it could have done something.
It was even worse than we thought.
Yeah,
so
even
bad.
Worse.
I did
not expect it to be so lazy.
I know, it was honestly awful.
Like, here's the thing. Here's what I would have liked, okay? And this is not asking much. This is pretty low. I would expect the Undying Mind Strike back, which is going to go permanently into the Strike playlist once the event ends, okay? You'd have it on a separate playlist so everyone in Vex Offensive can still get their triumphs before anyone brings that up, okay? So you can still get all your triumphs done. You can still do the normal Vex Offensive, but there's now the Final Assault as well. As an optional. It's a 3-man strike. No, a 6-man strike, actually, sorry. Is what I want to say. It's a 6-man strike to make it more unique, so it's actually bumped up a wee bit more in difficulty. 6-man strike. You get through it, and there's some new exclusive loot. maybe I would reckon bring a class item for each class or an exclusive armor piece and a Mago loot.
There's one
That's what I would
problem.
expect.
There's one problem with that,
What?
Cheese.
What?
Bungie don't know how to program anything apart from raids as 6-man.
Be fair, Menagerie. What do you mean? Menagerie was good. Come on, you can't deny that. Menagerie
Okay, fair enough.
Menagerie was not cringe.
Okay,
it was actually good.
yeah.
But yeah, Vex Offensive 6-man activity is quite bad. Like, it's just so bad, man. It is such a letdown. I think the even worst part was the seasonal armor that you get from the Battle Pass is also the armor you get from Vex Offensive. So you're like, oh, yay, the CM armor I've been earning from the Season Pass again.
It's just cringe. They reused that armor so much. There was like two pieces of armor, wasn't there? There was like the moon armor stuff, and then the like the garden.
We had 2 armor sets stuff. No, 3 armor sets. Sorry, 3,
including the raid. But
yeah, 3 in total, including raid. That is pretty bad for a whole new. This would be fine if each season was bringing a vendor refresh, but let's make this clear: we're not getting a vendor refresh.
That was like the dumbest part of it, honestly. I don't know why.
That's what stung the most. Seasonal things are not bringing a vendor reset.
That's just dumb.
What's even worse is not even a whole year later we're not getting a vendor reset on Shadowkeep.
It's because they're too busy working on Destiny 3.
No, I get, but to be fair, I do have a point on. I understand a wee bit why vendor resets are harder in Destiny 2. No, I do. Remember in D1, how they did them was they just reskinned the weapons and changed them colors. Is what they did to make them look new. But they can't do that in Destiny 2 because of their shader system. You would just figure out immediately they're reskinned. Is the thing. They can't do that anymore. In D1, they always use the old guns. They just reuse the same gun models, but they changed them colors to pretend they're new.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't do that in Destiny 2 because of the shader system. You'll immediately know they're reskins. It's obvious.
I would prefer us knowing their reskins to actually nothing. Yeah,
I know, but it's still people would still probably be like saying like, "Oh, it's Long Shadow, but slightly different."
But now people are saying there's no vendor resets.
Nothing.
There's literally nothing.
I know Bungie have kind of left content a bit barren because it probably wouldn't sting as much doing old activities again if there was a whole new fresh set of Vanguard and Crucible gear to earn. The
entire end of the season's been so stale. There's nothing interesting.
I did want to get onto this. I didn't include it when I listed off stuff for the season. There is ritual weapons, but they're a bit of a discussion. Yeah, ritual weapons came with it. This is a bit of a discussion because this is pretty controversial because this has replaced pinnacles. This is now. So basically, what ritual weapons are just more balanced for the sake of the game, but way less interesting than pinnacle weapons in every way. They're way more boring.
I know, pinnacle weapons were a good system, and I stick by that.
I disagree with you, but that's fair enough. Matt, what do you think of pinnacles? Because obviously you only got into the game recently, so I actually do want to hear your opinion on that.
Well, I mean, obviously when I picked up the Recluse, I noticed, oh shit, this weapon can do shit.
Be slightly.
But then, it was quite interesting having like a new separate owned perk for it. Because like the Randy Stone is a very good weapon, and it is a very fun weapon, I think, to use. When you whip out your Masters of Arms and stuff like that, I can kind of see why it's so good just to shred somebody. Then, I mean, I've been on the receiving end plenty of times and suddenly you just get vaporized right in front of you and you're like, what the fuck have I just witnessed? So, but...
I think it says in volumes that you've only mentioned Randy's. Because that's the ritual that gets mentioned. Every other one is ignored.
Yeah,
no one cares.
It stuck out because like even that you still maybe even talk about like the Hush Bow, is that weapon?
At least it had something unique. What I mean? Even when they were bad, they were unique. I don't know how to feel about rituals because I get it's for the better balance of the game, but do they have to be so uninteresting? Yeah, they should be their own unique archetypes. But is what I'm saying. You don't have to make this new insane perk, but make them unique archetypes. That's why Randy's is talked about. Unlike the others, it's the only kinetic fast rate of fire scout. That's why people talk about it, but no one is going to talk about Edgewise, which is just a worse delirium and it's not unique or exit strategy.
Well, I think the pinnacle weapons get so much of a bad light is because of like the recluse. Just everyone knows how
Recluse has
fucking
really
strong
made it
that
look
gun
bad.
is.
Recluse and mounted top on PC,
God,
top, I've heard is an absolute nightmare to
Yeah,
deal with. It's not as bad on console.
They're so good
Mounted top
because
is-
you know you hear so much about them. You know, people on sort of the YouTube scene
They're
things like
not
that.
wrong, but Recluse
They
is
constantly talk about them. They are very strong
busted
weapons,
as
but
hell.
then you know the other weapons like Hush is a good weapon. It's good fun to use.
Like
It's got
yeah,
it's good,
yeah.
but then it's not completely busted. So
But
I mean, I don't know.
I thought we'd kind of established that some weapons have to be like good for
Stronger.
the game to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's
We
boring
had to have
every
a
gun
power
just-
fantasy
Oh god,
of
yeah.
some sort in the game. We can't just always be feeling like we're weak. That's what was wrong with D2 Vanilla. You felt always weak. You never felt powerful, ever. Obviously, Bungie went overboard in Season of the Drifter. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Where you used your super and that was it. You could just spam supers for the entire time. And that was the video game. Just press LB and RB and you won PvE. And that was
that
it.
was a bit overpowered.
But no, I don't know. Bungie have brought down, but I don't know if it's made it. They've brought everything down to make PvE more challenging, but the cost of it is quite bad.
Yeah,
It is
It's
quite
just
a
not as
cost
fun.
for it. Like, I mean, the game is more balanced and way more challenging, and I like it being way more challenging. But
Well, it's not way more challenging. It's not that much more.
well, no. If you're actually playing the Master Nightfalls and stuff, they are
I
actually
guess.
much tougher.
But like,
Which
I don't
I've
know.
done quite a lot of, and the Nightmare Hunts, obviously. Well, as I said, Bungie, they're not going to be as difficult once people get to the power cap. Here's the thing that makes activities difficult, and still is the case in Destiny, is just you being under-leveled. Menagerie Heroic is now not difficult anymore, because you're on level. Like, yikes. It's not. I don't like that, Jay. Like, the Heroic Menagerie is now just easy.
Yeah.
Because it really hurts when we work so hard to get it. I just mean, like, I feel that activities that were challenging should stay challenging. They shouldn't just lose it for no reason.
I mean, the thing that I have an issue with is like the fact there's no gear that I'm like from Season Undying. I'm like, yes, I want to go out and get a good roll on that gun.
Yeah.
Or things like that. There's nothing, you know, I really
There's
want to
no
go after.
1K of the season or like go figure. You're like looking at go figure and stuff, and you're like looking at good weapons like that and Long Shadow and all that, and you're looking at Nation of Beasts. You're looking at those weapons. You're like, damn, those are good weapons. And then even the Kindled Orchid from Black Armory, I could even say that. Season of the Drifter had Spare Rations. Season of Opulence had Beloved, as well as a couple of other weapons as well.
Definitely.
What's it called? What was it even called? This is, I know I'm making it sound bad because I don't remember what it's called. Austringer.
Yeah. Austringer.
Every season had a memorable weapon. What was this season?
Menagerie was just good for that kind of thing. I think Menagerie. It had quite a few interesting weapons.
Yeah, because they were all old weapons, but it actually made sense in theme, and it was actually cool how they did that as well. Because they reskinned weapons, but it was worth the reskin because we got some good content activity and a good way to grind for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While Vex Offensive has boring weapons that do not justify their reskin with a boring activity as well. On top of that, that's not good at all.
No.
And then that awful activity isn't even staying, and I guess that's a good thing, kind of. But I don't know.
Because I wish the season brought something, you know, that I'm not going to miss so much, you know, that, you know, the fact that they're removing it is a very bad thing for the
That's
game.
the thing,
but just something that I would look back and say, oh yeah, I remember when I played that and I enjoyed playing that.
But that's what worries me about seasonal content now. Seasonal content is Bungie don't have to care as much because it's gone after. So they're like, oh, just chuck something together, and if they don't like it, it's gone. Yay. So when are they ever going to try again, like Menagerie? Menagerie really felt they put their effort. Even Gambit Prime, I hate to say this, at least Bungie looked like they were trying with it. Vex Offensive feels so half-assed.
Yeah, it really does.
It really feels like they didn't care because they knew they could just chuck it away.
Well, they just went, oh, look, we've made the Menagerie worse version. I'm sure they'll love it.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, criticism's fine because we just get rid of it next season. And is that what Destiny's going to be from now on? Just boring activities that can chuck away?
I don't kind of, you know, I know they have to do it because so the game doesn't get too big, but I don't really like how they're just getting rid of stuff, you know, every season.
The annual pass system, as much as it was flawed, it was better than this system. It was way better. And I would rather wait for big chunks of content rather than these wee small bits. I won't lie. I don't like them at all.
Yeah, me neither.
I'd rather have the DLC model back or the annual pass model back. Either of the two were better than what we have now. I don't like it. Obviously, maybe Season of Dawn is going to change my opinion on that, but
it's not. I don't know. It's just there's nothing that interests me about the new season. You know, I mean, they haven't really.
Well, that's
been
what
announced
we haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
We won't know. But
when's it coming out?
It's
When's actually starting?
As soon as this season ends, which is like 13
literally
days
as soon as the season ends, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
as soon as season's over. Here's the thing: Bungie are bringing some nice sandbox changes with the seasons, which is nice, but that's not enough to just. That's free. Once again, that's free. That's another free thing that just.
To be fair, right? If there is stuff with this new season, then that'll be better because they haven't actually told us anything beforehand.
Yeah,
you know?
that was a problem with
Shadow
Keep I had as well, where I knew everything was coming already, and I was.
I don't think there will. I think that probably means there's not going to be anything exciting. But still.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe, but I want to think, because what I was wanting to think originally was there's so little content because they want the next seasons to be more interesting.
Well,
I doubt it.
No, the Bungie,
I'm just saying Final Assault. Because I thought Final Assault was going to be their A game, but it wasn't.
Knowing Bungie,
it was their E game.
If they had something interesting to give us in the new season, then Bungie would. That's the only thing they'd be talking about, you know.
Bungie do, they do that.
They do that. So it probably means there's going to be nothing that interesting.
We'll see. Like Bungie just, they either need to ditch the season model or seriously rework it because it's not working for me.
No, it's not.
Obviously, because Shadowkeep was a good disguise to hide how bad it is, but once it's in the limelight, people are going to start complaining once they see.
I think there's going to be like
major.
Yeah,
they're going to have some heavy backlash.
Major drought period of content in Destiny if this next season's bad because there's no DLC to back it up.
Yeah,
it's going to be
very cringe.
I just worry really. Because if they don't play it very well, I mean, it could kill off the game. Because they can't keep going out with Shadowkeep level content every single season.
And the thing is, as well, is that you got this season pass with Shadowkeep, but when there's no DLC attached, you're just having to individually buy the season, which is a bit kind of like.
I appreciate that you can skip it, but I do. That's also a nice thing they have, where if they don't like the season, you just skip it. I appreciate that.
It still doesn't really excuse it for the people who haven't skipped it.
That doesn't excuse the season being bad. I just mean I'm glad that Bungie haven't done what they did with the annual pass, where you had to suffer for a season of the Drifter, even though no one liked it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm glad you can just skip them. But here's the thing. This is bad for Bungie as well, because it isn't even a scam. Bungie have to make good content or people aren't going to buy the season because they've now made that choice. So it's not like you can half-ass. I don't get what Bungie are doing. It doesn't make sense for anyone. It sucks for players and it sucks for Bungie because no one's going to buy it when they figure it out. It sucks. You know what I mean? No one's going to care.
It is unfortunate.
Matt, I disagree with your statement, by the way, saying the game will probably die off because the thing is, Bungie have made a very smart move in how they've handled
die
this.
off, but it'll lose its sort of.
Well, it'll lose its hardcore players.
People are idiots.
No, but what they've done, Deadly, is they've sneakily... New Light has actually saved them for quite a while, because obviously everyone's going to play the old content.
And people are idiots.
Yeah, new players are going to be playing the old content. Just saying, they have so much to do in Destiny compared to us. All those new players.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. We're all idiots.
I'm an idiot. I've been playing Destiny for, like, years. I shouldn't have done that. I should have read books with my time.
You should have been playing a puzzle game.
Should have been reading fucking books.
I don't know. Bungie need to figure something out to make it better, because I would say, I would say the only thing I liked about this season, for me, was the season pass and how it worked. And I think that's it. I hate to say it. Leviathan's Breath Quest was as long as the trailer, as everyone jokes about. It is true. It was as long as the trailer with an underwhelming weapon that wasn't as strong. It didn't add much to your arsenal.
It's just a bow.
Yeah, it's just a bow in the heavy slot.
It's just
that
a
doesn't bring
fucking
enough.
bow.
You know what I mean? Like, we got stuff like Anarchy, Lee Monarch, and Jolton in previous seasons. Jesus, those were insanely good weapons. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean in design, not in like how good they were. But even at that, they were good. You know what I mean? They were also good weapons.
Oh god.
1K is part Forsaken, but And
Yeah, that's true.
The god weapon, okay. No one disses the 1K. 1K is god, Galahorn tier. Like, yes. I think that's it, really. You guys want to say anything about the season before we move on?
I've lost my F key. It fell off my keyboard.
That's an
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't been enjoying this season. Kind of boring. Not that interesting. Very light on.
Oh God, you cut out.
Oh God, I cut out, and I don't care about this new season as well.
Yeah.
Before I got cut out like that.
Sort of desire to play Destiny because I used to get in and want to get on Destiny and get going, but then I kind of just can't be arsed really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bungie have done a bad job at motivating you as much as they've done before.
It just lacks that oomph to play it.
Yeah, there's not much of a reason.
No.
Like, because obviously at the start there was plenty of reasons to Shadowkeep, but now with it obviously now relying on the Season of the Undying content, man, it's been rough. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you.
I think Bungie either changed them. Well, we'll see how it turns out. Okay, we'll discuss this again when Season of Dawn comes out. And we'll see how that turns out. I think it's going to be a mess. That's my prediction. I think it's going to go awfully.
Well said, comrade.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very big out there prediction. I think that's pretty expected.
Yeah.
That this next season will probably flop pretty badly, and people are going to be mad. But we will see. Maybe Bungie will pull an ASO. Maybe.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
Right. So on to the next topic. Now,
oh God,
something. The next generation has started. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to come out and say it. The next generation has started, and Google Stadia is here. Google Stadia has been released, guys. Google Stadia has been released. What? That's a very good question, Cheese. I'm really glad you asked me.
What is the Google Stadia?
Is shit, is what it is.
Wow! Can't say that.
I just did.
Controversial statement. Everyone
I just
loves
goddamn
Stadia.
did. Yeah, so the Google Stadia was released by Google, big surprise, and it came out, and everyone went shit. Everyone said shit because it's shit.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of the, in brackets, next generation kind of streaming console. Cloud gaming, yeah, that's the word.
As they describe it.
And
it
I mean, cloud gaming as a concept, I think is just bad. Like,
I want to hear what Matt has to say about this, because me and Deadly have discussed how we think it as a concept is bad. I'll just say what we think quickly here, Matt, and then you can say.
Yeah.
As a concept, we think it's dumb, because...
Yeah, it is dumb.
What is the point of playing outside, because I think the point of it is you can play anywhere, yeah?
Yeah.
But the problem with that is, why do you want to do that when you're going out? Don't you want to go out to actually have fun? And even if you wanted a console to go out with, would you not go out? Would you not go and play with your Nintendo Switch, which is just a better console because of, we'll get into that soon, because of roster and actual games. Yeah.
And as well, I think, it's just there's way too much reliance on having good Wi-Fi that works. I know what I say that, but the thing is, the problem is there's all these reports and things that we're going to get into that are saying even if you have good Wi-Fi, even if your Wi-Fi is the top tier of Wi-Fi, it still might not work because of reasons. It's just a bit random, really, and that's the problem.
I think it's called bad hardware. I think is what it's called actually. Yeah, because it's just not that great of a console to start with. Well, it's not a console. It's next gen.
We're talking, but what do you think of it, Matt?
I mean, I know what they've tried to do, but then they've just done it very poorly. Because if you think about the portable stuff nowadays, people just go on their phones if they want to play games. No one's going to bring a full controller and all that stuff with them.
I know,
It just seems a bit.
I can play on my Chromebook.
Oh, wicked! Woo! And I'm going to use McDonald's Wi-Fi.
It's just
I'll use my only Google Pixel phone because everyone has a Google Pixel phone. You can only use it.
Has to be a Google Pixel phone.
Yeah, you can't use any other phone, by the way.
If not, then sorry, fucker, can't play it on your phone.
Yeah. Here's another big bummer that has really hurt the Stadia. Its launch titles are abysmal. It is cute. It originally, okay? No, this has been changed to 22, but
you might want to sit down for this.
Before the backlash, their original plan was to release 11 games with the Stadia. A whopping 11.
I've got the list.
Flagship.
Yeah, I've got the list of the actual games that they've. It's the actual 22 games.
They now went with 22. They went with 22.
Everyone's praising them for that.
But that was because of backlash.
Yeah, and everyone's praising them. Everyone is praising them for that, but 22 games is not a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I mean, I know the Nintendo Switch.
We're not talking like Nintendo games, but we're not talking like good quality games. We are talking games that have been out for years.
When you read it, it's like Football Manager 2020 is one of the new games. Fucking wicked. Everyone likes that.
Farming Simulator.
Tomb Raider 2013 is on it.
It's so outdated.
Who's going to pay £50 or $60 for a game from 2013? Nobody.
Yeah.
And you have to pay
these are not games for. These are not for free, by the way. These are games you will pay money for.
You have to pay individually for, as well as paying for a subscription.
You're not getting these games for free. Yeah, you're not getting these games with your subscription.
I mean, there is going to be a free model. A subscription is going to come out eventually, but it's not out right now, so you have to pay for the subscription right now, and it's
you're
unbelievably done.
You're insane. You get the Founders Edition.
The only original game, the only Stadia exclusive that they have is a game called Guilt, which is an indie game and not a console seller at all. And it looks a cool game, I'm going to be honest. The game looks all right, but it's not going to sell the console. It's not big enough or catchy,
it's shown that it won't sell the console because the figures are it is pretty low.
Yeah, underperforming. It's majorly underperforming. So, I mean, what were they expecting though? What were they expecting?
Yeah, they rushed this console onto the market, but I don't even understand why they rushed it, because it's not even a competitive market right now. I get Microsoft are bringing their own thing out, which is going to crush it, by the way, if we're comparing them. I mean,
xCloud,
Cloud Gaming, xCloud at least has Microsoft games going.
I think it's xCloud, cheese, not xCloud. Cringe.
xCloud, sorry. The thing about that is Microsoft have like 1 million games to back with that. At least that's
the thing.
Something. While Stadia
and even if a lot of their games aren't like good exclusive, it's still more games, and it's a subscription service that's going to give you more games, and you don't have to pay individually for each game. So it's just a better model, like
in every way. It's just kind of like why.
It literally is.
I don't know. Matt, what did you find on the Stadia that you see anything of note about the excellent
there isn't anything. There's nothing that I'm thinking, oh yes, I want to buy that console for it, or I want to get the Stadia just to that. No. I remember back in the day, you want the next Pokemon game. That was when handheld gaming was good. But now it's kind of a bit shit, really.
No, Nintendo's still good.
Nintendo is still good. Well, Nintendo are doing really good stuff.
Yes, yeah. Then the Stadia
had their dark period, but they're good.
It's just they've come to a market.
Sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
They tried to solve a problem that just isn't there. We didn't need one.
I know, and the thing is, even if it works perfectly for you, even if you have excellent Wi-Fi and you have infinite money to buy it with, I'm still going to be using a PC over it. Because it's targeting.
Even a console's better as well.
A console's better as well, yeah. It's targeting.
I use my phone. I'll play mobile games over it. I don't have to pay money.
I'd rather play Clash of Clans, to be honest.
It's meant to be targeting 60 FPS, 4K on every game. But
apparently stutters too
even
much
then,
to do that.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is 30 FPS, 4K. And so that's worse than PC,
And
console, yeah.
That's even worse than console, dear God.
Yeah. That it's honestly embarrassing that this kind of you're paying this much for this kind of premium service that's worse than the stuff that's already out, and it's meant to be competing with the next generation of consoles. Like, it's just dumb. I mean, the next generation of
stuff is better.
Yeah, I mean, the next generation of consoles is not gonna be worth it at all, and I stick by that. But the fact that Stadia are competing with next generation consoles with outdated, an outdated experience for a game, is just ludicrous.
Yeah, like they don't have anything really going for them. Because that's the thing that always brought Nintendo up. They may have not had the best hardware, but their games are so good that you just have to go get their console for them.
It's kind of a good comparison
nothing
point.
Like that.
Nintendo's a good comparison point, actually, because one of the problems with the Switch at launch was that there was barely any games on it, and that was like one of the criticisms it had. But the games that it did have on it were like Breath of the Wild, which is just everyone was so excited for. Everyone was just like majorly excited for, and it's a system seller, and it's a recognizable name. Will sell a console, and then Stadia just has Guilt. Game Guilt.
Yes,
oh yeah, I know that game. Like,
yes, my favorite, Guilt.
My favorite, Guilt. My favorite franchise of all time. Just wicked.
That's a real console seller. let me go buy that.
Oh wait, no, but geez, don't worry. Just Dance 2020 is going to be on it. Oh, wicked!
Matt, I think you're going to have to go and buy it, bud.
Hang on a minute. How will they even have Just Dance 2020 on it?
Wait, how would that work? Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have a Kinect system or a
You're going to look pretty
Joy-Con
autistic out in public.
Does it just like actually just make you dance on your own without any equipment at all? You're just like dancing along to it. There's no point system.
Dance out and about anyway. I really just don't get Google Stadia as an idea. I don't know how it got pitched. That's what blows my mind. How did it get pitched as an idea to start with in the first place? Legitimately.
Well, Google went, we need to innovate video games, because that's what Google does these days. They go, how do we innovate everything? Everything has to be innovated. And they got to video games and were like, I know what we're going to do. Cloud-based gaming, that sounds good for the future. But that's the key word, the future. It's not at a point now where it's better than
I don't
PC
think it's good
or
for the future,
gaming.
period, but I don't think, I don't get it as an idea. It's so dumb.
I guess maybe one day, if Wi-Fi's at a point where everyone has like maximum NASA speed Wi-Fi, then maybe there would be like a good trade-off. But I still like owning the games physically,
Yeah.
You're not even owning the games
Their selling point is no downloads, but that's such a bad selling point.
And the thing is, when inevitably it's probably going to be quite a few years, to be honest, but when inevitably the Google Stadia servers go down, then those games that you've paid for with your money, it's just not going to be able to play, are you? Not going to be able to play those games.
Excuse me. Did you just say the Google Stadia will shut down? Because that's just fucking wrong, buddy.
It's going to be up forever, of course.
Yeah, Stadia's going to live
forever, even when nobody.
We are going to. Just saying, we'll look like idiots if Stadia's still alive.
But there is no way it's going to still be alive unless
I'm with you
Wi-Fi gets a massive bump in the next 10 years.
Well, you just have to plug it into someone's Ethernet and just walk around with a very long Ethernet.
Like, you're just going to have to walk into someone's house and say, hey, instead of using my Switch here, I'm going to plug...
That is the problem as well.
In here.
Even if you're using your phone and you're playing, a video on the move... I say on the move, but you have to have Wi-Fi. Yeah. You have to have a good connection.
I just don't get it.
And the point of the Switch... Sorry, you say it, Matt.
Well, just imagine, you're with your friends, and you're like, the Wi-Fi shit. It's like, alright, mate, can you just cheekily hotspot me just so I can pay my 13 game on?
Exactly.
You can look like an absolute twat.
And that's the thing. The point of the Switch is that you can play a game anywhere. Because it's offline, you can do it offline. As long as you have a battery charge, you can play that game.
Yeah, I could play my Pokemon. I didn't have to go, oh shit, yeah.
I need Wi-Fi. I need good Wi-Fi.
I need good Wi-Fi to play hit game Guilt. Sorry.
Play Just Dance 2020, you're going to need a pretty good connection.
Can we mention their subscription service does bring free games like Destiny 2? Hooray, I guess.
Oh, yeah, wicked.
What's the point? Apparently there's so much stuttering, it's unplayable.
Okay, so, the two games that for free.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Did they make it 2? Oh, they made it 2.
Yeah,
It was
Stadia
originally 1.
Pro, the 2 games. Yeah, there's another one apparently now.
The
2 games are
one.
Destiny 2: The Collection and Samurai Showdown is the other one. What is Samurai Showdown?
Honestly, that sounds like a game that I just like. The only reason I would know about it was because it was an ad I watched to get like a bonus, double rewards or something in some other game I was playing. It's some shitty mobile app.
Samurai Showdown. What is it? It looks like it came out in June 2019. It's a fighting game.
What?
It's like it looks anime-y.
Yeah, some anime weep.
It's a fighting game series by SNK in Japan, so it's like a Japanese anime fighting game. It's not even exclusive.
I'm gonna fact check this, but I heard that people weren't even getting their Stadia stuff they wanted, like their actual equipment never arrived. They've still haven't got it.
One of the things that was happening is that people were put into a pre-order queue because, according to Google, too many people pre-ordered, even though it turned out that underestimate like what they, just fucking bullshit. Basically, it said, "Oh, sorry, but it's overperforming, guys, so we can't give you all your equipment now." So if you ordered, I think what they did is they gave it to you in the order that you pre-ordered. Yeah. So if you pre-ordered very early on, the idea is that you get it first, you get the equipment and stuff first.
Oh my
God. Even if you've bought the service and even if you've bought the controller and bought games on it and everything, you still might not be able to play it,
You have to pre-order the pre-order.
This is such a disastrous launch.
It really is.
I don't think it's going to get better from this because no one cares about it either.
And that was the thing. No one cared about Stadia, or I didn't anyway. I didn't care about.
Yeah.
And they made it even worse than themselves by having such a terrible launch. Just embarrassing. It was clearly unfinished.
If something can get a bit of traction, get a bit of build behind it, then things can take off. But it hasn't even got that.
Yeah. I mean, if they'd just waited until next year and got all of everything in the service in place. Which, by the way, I don't understand why they can't do now. Why can't you release the free service now? I do not understand why they can't do that.
Who wants free content, Mom?
But even then, it still wouldn't be worth it. But at least there would be something. And, at least it wouldn't be all these articles saying how shit it is and how shit the launch has been.
It just doesn't work at all. None of it works. Because I'm looking at the launch trailer here, and most people are just complaining that they didn't get the code, or unlike Stadia, console and PCs actually work. Because apparently none of it's working. It's broken as well. The console is broken. It's just not working.
The problem is, I just don't understand who the audience for Stadia are anyway. Because if you're interested enough in video games to buy Stadia, then you're gonna have another console. And what's the who's going to having another console? Who's going to then say, "Oh, I need Stadia as well as my console that works fine"?
Yeah. The thing is, you're not even getting to own your products. You're just renting them, and then Google's just going to take them away.
Just it's so frustrating. That they were acting like this is going to be some revolution. Bring gaming forward forever, and it just wasn't. Funnily enough, a game that tried cloud-based gaming, a game that tried cloud-based storage or gaming, or whatever you call it, was Crackdown 3, and that was a pretty big success, wasn't it? That was like the previous game.
It's just, dude, just the fact that they haven't even got the free version out. Hurts it so much.
There is no reason they don't have that app. They have not. Yeah. There is just no good reason. There is literally no reason they can give as to why they haven't put that model out.
Dude, no one cares about anything.
Oh, sorry, this model isn't quite ready yet, so we can't release it. Like, what? Right. You made the model, you fucking idiots. You are the people responsible for the model. How can it not be ready?
Imagine just pre-ordering a game and only getting it literally like the same time that everyone else gets it because shit, didn't make enough discs. Sorry, couldn't give it to you.
It's such a bad excuse, because even if that excuse was true, which it isn't, we all know it isn't.
It obviously isn't.
Yeah, even if it was true, it still doesn't make any sense or add up or make any logical reason at all. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how they think they can get away with that kind of thing. Like, do they think that people would not notice? You know?
Yeah, but obviously everyone has. No one is putting up with
yeah. I have a feeling a lot of these decisions have been made by, higher ups as normal, just are so out of touch with what's actually going on. They have no real understanding of the current landscape, what gamers want,
Yeah, like I'm seeing this review here, and this guy saying who plays Destiny 2 on console, he couldn't really even notice a difference when he was playing on Stadia because of the constant stuttering. He couldn't even tell any improvements.
And a lot of people have been saying for Destiny particularly that aiming is a lot harder on Stadia because of the slight input lag. It becomes a lot harder to hit headshots.
You're forced to use Stadia's controller as well, which is
really cringe.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, it's not a well-made controller.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it would be disappointing if I cared, but I don't. So.
Apparently, it's just missing. By the way, apparently, it has no friend features or any way to interact with friends whatsoever. You have no friends. There's no way to play with friends right now, apart from like in game. So if you're like, there's no way to make any sort of chat or anything. There's nothing like any multiplayer features right now.
Oh god!
And we're talking a completely online service, and there is no online features. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but
I've just found somebody in the comments, a Verge article. He says, "Okay, this is what he's defending Google Stadia here." Okay. What are you talking about? On other platforms, you pay for a subscription plus product. If PlayStation decides to shut down, guess what? Most of the games won't work since multiplayer needs PS servers to connect. Well, he systematically dismantled any argument against Google Stadia just by that.
Oh, yeah, there's a slight problem with that, buddy. Unlike Stadia, the servers for like old consoles aren't going to go down in a day. For fuck's sake, Destiny's Xbox 360 servers are still fucking up to this day, and they are still getting. Apparently, they go down still. I can't believe that. I hear that every time where it's like Xbox 360 versions having issues.
It's like oh
most
shit.
Old consoles are still being supported. Even the 360 and PS3 haven't been shut down yet. While Google Stadia is like absolutely desperate.
And
there's a ton of offline games as well.
The argument still doesn't,
Yeah, it still doesn't make any sense.
It was in complete rip-off the entire model, and that you have to pay for games, just a complete rip-off. And with Project xCloud as well, it just looks even more embarrassing. But I don't care about Project xCloud. I'm not going to buy it. But if you really wanted cloud gaming, then
are you serious?
You're going to buy that.
I've read some marketing on this. They literally say it's for non-gamers. What?
What? Here's a new gaming platform for non-gamers.
Yeah.
What?
Your mum will love this one.
Your mum will love Destiny 2 on the Stadia.
Yeah.
So why are they? So I feel they just have an identity problem then. Because why are they bragging about 60 FPS? No non-gamer is going to care.
There is not. Honestly, I'm looking here.
4K.
There is not a single game that could be like used for a non-gamer, apart from like Just Dance and maybe like Farming Simulator that's in there.
You open a swimming pool. This swimming pool is for non-swimmers, but we do have a 5-meter diving board though. Can we? Sorry, what?
Actually,
it doesn't make any sense.
We made it 8 feet deep, this swimming pool, but if you can't swim, then if you can swim, you're not allowed in it.
Yeah, it's the place to be for non-swimmers, you know.
The place to be for non-swimmers. Exactly.
Oh no.
Just no, Google.
Yeah.
No. So, if we could sum up Google Stadia in one word, what word would it be?
The xCloud literally lets you play all your old Xbox
I said
games.
one word.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to bring that up. I just saw that, and I'm like, oh god, how is Stadia competing with Xbox? Literally continue on your old test, because I just want to bring up Stadia. You lose all your progress. The only game that has cross save is Destiny, and that's it. But every other game you're gonna have to start again. And like Xbox is bringing it where it will save across. So yikes, you are not looking good, Stadia.
It's not looking good at all.
Yeah.
Where the hell's PlayStation's cloud gaming? Fuck.
I think Microsoft and Google and all are being PlayStation always seem to like just wait for everyone else to do the dumb shit, and then they come out with something smarter and say, "Hey, we came up with that."
Well, at least Xbox Connect existed.
Hey, that's a good.
And
right, one word to sum up Stadia is non-gamer.
Okay, that's pretty good. My word would be unepic.
Matt, what about you?
Honestly, is a chocolate teapot.
Yay!
I wouldn't say that, Matt. It sounds a bit racist.
Oh, sorry. It could be white chocolate, Deadly. I never specify which chocolate.
Oh god, Deadly!
Yes, you did. You did specify which chocolate. You said dark chocolate.
Oh.
I didn't.
Oh, I know you didn't. Oh god, you just said a chocolate.
Deadly! Oh god, dark
fuck! Been exposed. Maybe I'm racist.
Oh god, this is the end of Deadly.
Maybe I'm truly racist. I thought you said dark chocolate. Oh my
that's
god.
our title now. Deadly racist ?
Yeah,
Deadly
I'm
racist. What a bastard.
God damn it. They got me, boys.
They eliminated the weak.
The weak have to make way for the strong.
Can we discuss quickly that mobile games suck?
Yeah. They suck.
Yay! Well, no, that's not what we were going to discuss last. We were going to discuss a more interesting.
I can't even remember what we were going to discuss last.
So, Deadly, a couple of fellows and friends have heard that you don't like Toy Story, buddy.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. I forgot about this. Oh, God. Okay, right. I should make my opinion clear because people right now are jumping up and down and pulling out their shotguns and they're about to shoot me. So I'm gonna put your guns down. Put your guns down, please. Just put your guns down for a minute. Okay, right. Here's where I stand on the Toy Story. The first one is okay. It's nothing special. It's not this classic. It's okay. It's not that interesting, to be honest. Toy Story 2 was not very good.
Wait, what?
It was not very good. I said it. I said it, fucker. I didn't really like Toy Story 2. It kind of was just
expanded the universe.
Toy Story 2
cinematic universe.
Toy Story 2, to be fair, was original, which I can't say about Toy Story 3, which really was bad.
Sequels.
Toy Story 3 Toy Story 3 is one of the reasons I hate the franchise. Toy Story 3 is awful. It's literally just the plot of Toy Story 2, but slightly changed. There's so many stupid moments in it. I mean, and the characters are so much worse than the first two. Like, what they did to Buzz Lightyear is just dumb because they needed a comic relief character. So they went, oh, Buzz isn't doing anything this, film. So let's make him comic relief. It's just
they do
sad.
That in the fourth film.
I know they do that in the fourth film, but I refuse to see it. Watching the fourth film.
Oh.
I literally refuse to see the fourth.
Why?
I find that Toy Story is extremely overhyped, and maybe the animation was good at the time, whatever, but it just looks a bit cringe now. So even that is just not that great.
Okay, good.
And
oh no.
Oh god.
Oof. Epic gamer moments.
That's what I think of you, Cheese. That is actually what I think of you.
A shitty sound effect.
It wasn't a shitty sound effect, that was me making
Okay, stop. I'm sorry.
Okay. What do you think of the Toy Story's Cheese? And Matt?
It exists. I don't know. I don't really care for them.
I mean,
then why are you getting fucking angry at me for not liking them?
I don't know. I just want to try and defend them. I don't really care. I don't really like them too much. They're okay. I liked. I watched Toy Story 4 and I actually kind of liked it.
Oh,
no. What? I'm sorry.
Like Key and Peele in it, fucking idiot.
Oh, I didn't like them.
Key and Peele.
Well, no, I did like the scene when they said they were going to kill the lady.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't. But just, I'm not going to see it because it's cringe. And Toy Story 3 was bad.
I think the first
Have
two
you
were
seen
good.
Toy Story
The third
3?
was okay.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think Toy Story 3 was that good. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Toy
both
Story 1
of
and
them
2,
are in
but
it. The first one was. It has a place. It has a purpose. The first one, and I can say that about it. I just don't really care. It doesn't really do anything that interests me. You know, it doesn't.
It's not like Cars where they had like a clear thematic.
Oh yeah, no, of course it's not like Cars or Madagascar or anything where it's like, you know, they clearly had an artistic vision that you know, says something really profound about racism and like contemporary society.
It's like 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, it's a bit like 12 Years a Slave. I would describe Madagascar as 12 Years a Slave, but interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And Toy Story, the only thing I can say about Toy Story is boring. I would prefer to watch Madagascar 3 any day above Toy Story.
So I think the takeaway from this wee tangent that we just went on is that 12 Years a Slave was boring, and that Madagascar is interesting.
I rated it a 10 out of 10, but that's just because I don't want to seem racist.
You're the one that did assume my teapot was dark chocolate. So
yeah.
Don't know why.
Yeah, Dylan just tries to hide it, but he really is.
Honestly, every time I think about watching 12 Years a Slave, I actually Madagascar. And I mean, I haven't even seen the film. I just rated it a 10 out of 10. I just watched Madagascar instead.
Oh no. Well, it's basically Deadly is just a racist that doesn't like Toy Story.
Okay.
Well then.
Yeah. At least we're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool, man.
Wait, stop! Everyone, stop! Stop right here!
What?
What's the best Madagascar? You start, Cheese.
Madagascar 2.
Fucking wrong. Matt?
All of them.
That's not an answer, you fucker.
Yeah, you just trying to play safe.
1, 2, or 3, buddy. 2 as well, you fucking idiots. Madagascar 3 is clearly the best Madagascar.
Oh, shut up.
No, it's not.
Clearly the best Madagascar. No, it's the least boring of the lot.
No, Madagascar 2 is sick politics, bro.
Madagascar 2 is fucking cringe. The only good part of Madagascar. The only good part of Madagascar 2 is the incest show. Penguins.
No, that isn't the only good part. No, it isn't.
It is the only good part.
The old lady. No, remember when Skipper.
The old lady
said,
was in the first one, you idiot.
No, the old lady, like with the car. You know, with the car where they kick her out, and he says, "Is she dead?" And then they notice she's not, and they run her over again to make sure she's killed.
Oh no.
That's clearly nowhere near as good as the scene where the penguins are crashing a plane and they're having to land it successfully. And one of the instructions they were given is kiss it like you were kissing your sister.
Yeah, exactly.
Incest?
I love a reason why Madagascar 2 is the best. Thank you, Deadly. I'm glad we're all in agreement.
Yeah. No, fuck, no, wrong. Fuck, no, Madagascar 3 is the best one. Madagascar 3 is insane. It is insane. Have you seen the film?
Yeah, but it was Liam.
Yeah, did you? If you didn't have your arms up in the air, and if you weren't screaming what's going on, then you're clearly just you're lying. You're lying, Cheese. I know that you loved it. I know that your hands were up in the air and you're screaming in joy.
No, I wasn't. The only
Yes, you
parts I like about Madagascar is the incest joke and the time they run over the old lady.
Madagascar 3's entire plot is about a tiger who needs to get through a very
We'll never get to
No, Madagascar 3's entire plot is about a tiger that needs to get through a very small hole. If that isn't a masterpiece, then what is?
A lot of other things. Anything over there.
Cars 2.
Come on, don't you like the song? Da 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 circus, da 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 Afro circus.
No.
Polka dots.
Why did you finish it?
Because that's a banging tune.
Yeah, it is a banging
That's,
tune.
that's almost better than Post Malone, but
I know. Cheese listens to it every day and just doesn't want to admit it. I know you, Cheese. I know you.
I only listen to Jack's mixtape.
Oh, you right.
Have you listened to Jack's mixtape? It's really good.
No.
Oh, it's good.
I don't care.
What?
I'm not doing
Why?
It. Where do I get it though? Where do I get access?
Go
to
ask
Jack's
Jack.
mixtape?
It's like a drug deal. You have to ask him with some secret code.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, serious
Maybe we just
stuff.
won't then.
Yeah. I think that's us done then.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think we solved racism.
Well, you say I think we solved racism, but your opinion is wrong on Madagascar 2.
Damn, I guess we haven't solved. Yeah, that was also a good thing. Madagascar. Yeah, no, sorry. Now we have to continue, Deadly. Back. Madagascar 2 also has a really deep commentary on racism because the zebra meet zebras that all look the same as him.
That's the best part. Okay, that is the best part of Madagascar 2. Like theme-wise, is the racism.
Yeah,
I do agree with
how
that.
black people are cooler than white people.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, whatever.
It's all about like fucking elephants or something.
It was all about fucking. Oh,
Wait, what?
Was it?
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I did. It's about Alex the Lion's parents and how they let their son die.
Don't forget about Gloria, Melman, and Moto.
Yeah, that was a great subplot and all.
I like them chunky.
I like
them big.
I
like them chunky.
Right, I think we're gonna end it here. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode.
I hope you didn't. I hope you hated it.
If you want to hear, you can hear us on literally one platform. That's
YouTube.
Nowhere else. Fuck off. Nowhere else. There's nowhere else to listen to because we couldn't actually sort anything else out. If you have any ideas for our next episodes, don't comment them. We don't care.
Don't comment. We don't care. Why are you even watching this podcast, to be honest? If you've made it this far...
Honestly, you're wasting your life away.
If you've got this far in the podcast, then go read a book, nerd.
Yeah, go play a puzzle game.
Go play a fucking puzzle game, bro.
Yeah, you need to go play something deep, okay?
Yeah. Right, fuck you all.